Okay, I'm going to throw in my honorable mention right now, and it's the new Best Friends tracksuits. They've been going 2 weeks. They're my honorable mention. But my God, Matt Menard is so great, and we got clips of his promo.
Yeah,
we got clips of his promo on Dynamite, but we didn't get the whole thing.
Yeah,
and the whole thing. Oh my God, I didn't mute my phone. Garrett's gonna lose his mind after he hears.
It's all right. He's
voice.
used to it from Dave.
He is the best promo in the business right now. I like Matt Menard's promos right now more than Moxley, maybe more than Kingston. Although Kingston had a really good one, he had a really great moment on Dynamite this week. But Matt Menard's a star, just waiting for someone in AEW to realize he's a star, and I think they know he's good. Clearly, to be in the JAS. He could be they could make him a top guy. I really think they could if they just put some heat behind him, put some momentum behind him, because his promos are phenomenal.
I won't go quite as far as you with my enthusiasm, but
let me say one last thing.
Sure.
I know some people listening to this disagree with me on this, and I know some very good people, some good human beings, smart human beings disagree with me this, and I'm just saying, I will physically fight on the street, in a ring, wherever.
Give him a taste.
I got 30 seconds of cardio, so you got a chance.
Right.
But for 30 seconds, you got all 315 pounds coming at you, buddy. For Matt Menard.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
This is the Matt Menard Appreciation Society. And
that should be our new
we're
thing.
steamrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
All right. I am in the Matt Menard Appreciation Society. I'm not going to go so far to say he could be a very, very top guy, but he could definitely be bigger than he is.
Yeah. Like when I say top guy, I'm thinking challenging for the TNT title.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's clearly, I don't know. Maybe running his own faction one day.
He's definitely
very own faction.
He has definitely broken, I feel, with this and the promo he did after the Anarchy match. That he's definitely found a new gear that he may have had the whole time and just never got to show. But you can just tell when someone gives the promo of their life, Yeah. And he's done that twice in the last 5 weeks.
Twice. Yeah. Come on.
Now this promo that you can, I think it's on the road to from last Tuesday, building up to this Dynamite. Look, that was the most scrutinized, chopped up, and parsed through promo in the world on Tuesday evening in the Facebook Fight Game Media group, and I thoroughly enjoyed the deep dive and geekiness analysis of it, of the pros and cons of it, and all that.
Half the group, I feel like, or maybe 40% of the group, felt like this was totally against his heel character, totally against it. I think I'm correct in saying that. And then I felt like half, 60%. Kind of agreed with us and just loved it. Where do you put the percentages on that? Because I didn't follow it as closely as you did, so I might be.
I was deep in it.
Yeah, you were all in. I was kind of reading your comments.
I was the guy in the bar when they turn the lights on and tell you can't go home, but you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I was reading you and I was reading Paul.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much me and Paul were last man standing on it before we just agreed to part as friends. But yeah, I mean it. And then they continued it later, Paul and Jeff Hawkins on the Dynamite show, which they put on the YouTube channel. And I thought they did a really good. Jeff had some really good insight into that as an improv coach.
I know what I'm going to be watching during my lunch at my desk.
Oh yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah. If you haven't caught that yet, go.
I haven't.
The first 10 minutes will warm your heart too. But
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things is like you can parse through the content of promos and things like that as if they are written screenplays that have been edited and, all that stuff. And it's the difference, what I called it was the difference between critiquing like an album recording and like a solo during a live show, like someone just going off on their guitar. And that's what this was a guy cutting a solo, and not everything came out clunky. I mean, like, he probably, once he tapped into the thing about missing his kid taking his first steps, like he just kept going with that, and it made him a little more sympathetic and all that. But you know what? Like, I just like seeing people do the best work of their life.
it's more like an impromptu stand-up performance, really.
Right. And he took a little side trip.
This hasn't been edited.
Yeah. And maybe if you were to go back and like Jeff had really good insight into, if he were his like promo coach, what would he tell him? And it was probably like, think a little more, number one, think a little more tightly about where you want to go and where you want to end. And also like, he's such a big voice and big personality. Like, how intense would it have been if he had actually gone low with that, like gone soft with it,
Ooh,
and it just,
I cannot wait to listen to this.
And I would have really enjoyed that. But hey, look, I like I like watching people get better at what they do. And that's what I saw that night. And that's what excited me. So when I say this guy's breaking through, or this guy's a top guy, or this is the best promo of the week or whatever, it's not necessarily that it technically was the best craft, but it was just the most notable and the one that made me feel the most, So,
I think, let me get, one more clarification. Sure. When I say he should be a top guy, maybe they should consider putting one of the 21 belts currently in AEW around that man's waist. Doesn't have to be TNT.
Yeah.
It could be the Southern Mid-Atlantic Memorial belt, Right. There's a lot of options.
What was I think you came up with the...
I'm trying to think of the belt I came up with.
South Atlantic True TV title.
That's exactly right. Let's see.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would have loved to have seen that more followed up on. I have some thoughts on that later when we get to some other matches. But, great. Yeah, honorable mention for him.
Absolutely. Okay. I think we went 15 minutes on that one.
Hey, he deserves it. This is the Menard Appreciation Society podcast.
That's exactly. By the way, I think that shirt would sell. Matt Menard Appreciation Society. I think that shirt would.
He's really the recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainers.
That's exactly right. Okay.